Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of WallE Talks. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about floppy disks, mainly because recently I purchased myself a floppy disk drive along with two 3.5-inch floppy disks. So, with all that out of the way, let's get into today's episode where we're going to talk about floppy disks. Let's get into this. So, floppy disks were originally developed in the late 60s, but they weren't commercially available until the early 70s. Originally, they came in massive 8-inch disks, and they were definitely the floppiest out of them all, considering their size. However, they would later become even more popular with the 5.25-inch disc, which is considerably much smaller in size, and can actually store a decent bit more data. Later on, floppy disks would get even smaller with the 3.5-inch disc, which is the same kind of disc I have. These disks were even smaller, of course, could hold more data, and not only that, they had a hard shell case instead of the traditional floppy sleeve that they originally came in. Some of the benefits is the shutter door, which kept dust out of the discs, and another benefit being the fact that they were easily write protected thanks to a little notch on the back. Floppy disks would see many upgrades in the 3.5-inch, but they never became as popular as they once did. It would eventually be phased out by the 2000s. And as I said earlier in the episode, I did pick up a couple floppy disks off of the internet, as well as a USB floppy disk reader. And in my opinion, it's a neat little thing to have. It can be loud sometimes, but it's actually pretty cool. The storage may be low, but I mainly got it for the novelty and the fact that floppy disks are just really cool. With all that out of the way, thank you very much for watching today's episode of WallE Talks. If you liked it and you're new, like it and subscribe. Also check out my Twitter and Discord server in the description. I'm Awesome WallE. Stay awesome, my WallE bots.